evening, everybody, and welcome to the GSM's Pride. This week's going to be a little shorter, but there's a specific reason for it, and I might give you a little bit of a teaser of what's going to come next week. Maybe. I think I will. Maybe. I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. Anyway, this week what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you what we do with our quarterly reviews. So once every quarter, I sit down with my management staff individually one-on-one, also the salespeople, and just really get some feedback of what they need from us, what I need from them, and just kind of see what's going on there. So my question to you is, do you actually review with your salespeople, your management staff, anyone else, what's really going on in the store, and is there any times that they need specific help? And I don't just mean the salespeople, I mean the management staff too, because there's times where you can't see the forest for the trees and you kind of get a little stuck, and it's good to just talk it out. I might not necessarily have the answer, but at least we can talk about it and see if we can come up with the answer. So that's what I'm going to do this week. Again, there's going to be a little bit of fun in there, with a bit of a teaser. I don't want to say too much though, because it's next week's vlog is going to be really good. So I'll see you all in a little bit.
Can you believe it's only been 6 months since your last performance review? Wow. Where to begin? I guess let's start at the top.
Talk to me about why we do reviews. What's the point?
So the main reason we do reviews is just to really give some feedback to the salespeople, and it gives us an opportunity to really kind of get both sides of the story, really what we're thinking about, what they're thinking about. This time we did something a little different, or I did something a little different, where I really asked what they needed from us, because usually those reviews tend to be, I don't want to say negative per se, but they're more constructive criticism most of the time, and I just really wanted to see if they had anything that they needed from us, because a lot of managers, it's all about do as I say, not what I do, and sometimes I think we just need to realize that they're the boots on the ground and they need to maybe vent a little bit and get some things off their chest too.
What do you like about how we do our reviews?
Kind of nice to get our input, like when they sit there and when management asks, like, what can we do better for you? So it's nice. So it's nice to just talk it out. And most of the time it's like, no, we're just working out as hard as we can, so it's not,
I love the review process if I could help you out a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. They tell me what I need to work on, and I really, I like the feedback. I like to see how I can improve myself, and they ask how I feel like I can improve myself as well.
It helps highlight at least, 3 times during the year, or I guess 4 times during the year, that you can improve on certain areas that maybe they're seeing you're lacking in, or praising you in certain areas that you're actually doing good in. So, we need that little bit to make us feel a little bit better. At the same time, it helps us correct what we need to improve on, and I don't mind it at all. I honestly don't remember doing any of that stuff before with other general managers, so this is kind of a first time I've ever had someone do that.
What Jeff said. Well, I was with Jason for several years before I parted ways for a couple of years to kind of branch out on my own. And when I did branch out on my own, there was no reviews, there was no guidance, there was no anything. It was pretty much, here's your job, go ahead and do it. But honestly, coming back, I know we do the manager quarter reviews, but we meet 3 times a week anyway. And if there is any issues or anything that needs praising, Jason's, he's quick to tell you either way, whether you're doing a good job or you're doing a bad job. So, but the quarterly reviews are nice because it gets a little bit more time where he can sit down and focus on you solely, and he does. He gives you pointers on what you need to work on, but then he also praises you for things you're doing right. So it does help a lot.
Yeah, it gives regular feedback on how we're doing, so I think that's good. Kind of highlights, obviously, anything that we can improve on, but we've got a good GM who also lets us know what we're doing well. So, yeah, it's a good process, I think.
What do you hope the team gets out of the review? What do you hope is the end result of
So the reason why we do reviews monthly, and I do reviews quarterly with the managers, because I don't expect them to remember everything that we talk about in those meetings. If I can just get to a point where they walk away with one thing out of each review and go, okay, I need to apply that or learn from it, I think that's a win for us. But I think it's a matter of you've got to be consistent with it. You've got to keep doing it. You can't just do it once in a while and expect it to be to get anything out of it. And that's why we do it month in, month out. They can get a bit repetitive, but my goal is for them to just get at least one thing out of it, which is usually the first week of the new month. Really just review what they did the month prior, any issues they have, anything they need to change, anything that we need to talk about moving forward.
What's one thing that you've been told you could improve on that you think has actually really helped?
It's been a lot.
As far as what's helped me a lot is organizational skills. He's kind of given me some tips and tricks on how he handles his day-to-day, and it helps me out too, because I got a lot on my plate, and the organizational skills definitely help you with organizing your day.
Yeah, just like getting involved with customers or getting involved with the salespeople more and training them in certain areas that they lack. That's usually something that comes up, I think, for all of us, but it's something that we've been pushing a lot harder for ourselves to do, and get out there and make sure our sales guys know what the hell they're doing.
Definitely getting over objections is my number one thing I've been trying to focus on right now, and also product knowledge as well. I'm still learning about the products.
Like before we started doing the reviews, Jason pulled me aside, and in a review he said, "Hey, I feel like you talk too much. You just stop talking so much, and you know, build rapport, but get like don't over talk on the deal." And it worked out great. So now, that's good advice. Jason gives good advice. I don't know what to say.
I've got a lot out of it, mainly the importance of the team and the importance of myself being part of the team with, certain things that have happened. Some different ways of doing things that were very insightful. And just a good all-around chat with management.
If you could change one thing about reviews, what do you think you would change about?
If I was to change something about reviews, it'd definitely be I would like a little bit more structure. The problem is what we tend to do is we tend to try and squeeze them into our schedule, and they're not really as impactful as I would really like them to be. I'd really like them to be more of a little bit more time consuming, where we actually sit down and really think about what's going on. But on the flip side of that, I can't really expect that because we have a million other things to do, and that's hence the reason why I said that if we can get one thing out of it, I think it's a win. So I would really like to have them a little bit more structured and a little bit more thoughtful, but unfortunately, we just don't have the time to really sit down and review them properly like that.
Is there anything you wish we did differently?
That's a good question.
Not have them. No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Just trying to go over scenarios more, because I can learn going over objections all day long, but in the scenario type setting is probably the best way for me to properly learn.
Get it? I can't get into 22.
Only say good things.
I don't think, I like it. So, they give us the sheets to fill out ahead of time as part of that process we can put down our own ideas or my own ideas about, here's what I think I'm doing well, here's what I think I need to improve on, here's my goals, let my boss review it, comes back with, here's your thoughts and here's my thoughts on your thoughts, as well as your performance. So I actually think it's a good process. I like it the way it is.
No, the meetings is the meetings. It's just a review on how we doing and what to do to make us better, like where we're dropping off,
Anything else you want to add that we didn't really talk about?
The only thing I would say is I would highly recommend that if you are running a dealership, you have your sales managers review with the salespeople. And it's not necessarily about just the constructive criticism you may have. It's about hearing from what the salespeople need and what they have on their mind. Because one thing I think we as managers tend to forget is that they may have some input too. And it's not always about what we want, it's sometimes about what they want. There you have it. Just going over the reviews real quick with the salespeople. I actually do reviews with the managers also, but they're quarterly reviews, so they're a little bit different. They're a little bit more in depth, a little bit more really just giving the managers a little bit of a insight of where I think they're at and also where they think they're at. It's kind of like a self-evaluation as well as a review. So, and like I said, I wanted to do something a little different with the salespeople this week when I did the reviews, because usually what they do is the sales managers will go through and really just point out all the things they're doing, either good or bad. But what I wanted to do this week was be a little different and really get some feedback on them and what they need from us and what they need out of the management staff. So what we did come out of that, we got a lot of training going to be set up. So that's good news and specifics on what people actually physically need from me, or the sales managers. So as always, I'm going to post up a video on this side and my subscription on this side. Up at the top, Blue Fuse Ford subscription. Push that post notification button, like the page, please subscribe, and I'll see you all next week.